So on top of this nationwide strike will be maybe say NLC and then TUC one embark on presidency. Don't tell them say the way they take use one person personal matter take use and take one destroy the whole country. Say then they abuse of power. So they don't condemn their ongoing nationwide strike. Maybe say the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress then been go last week talk say because say they assault the NLC president Joe Ajaero for Imo State. Now this thing now based on say now what they do you now you come like on okay I call my people come see they don't do me one or two things so I beg move go strike. So now the presidency talk say all of these things now based on abuse of power. So I want to even ask on myself, say now really abuse of power, or you just feel say maybe they just think and say okay, opportunity for us to go strike, we won't go since when we no go, then we go this strike after country don't get as it take be. But now should I feel say na abuse of power, or they just say okay, based on nothing happen like this assault can trigger the whole they don't dey inside their belle tete.
Yeah, no, honorable. Now you're
lower chamber.
Sorry, I'm a
humble man.
Chambers.
Humble man.
Leave the front L of the chambers.
Okay.
You can turn to a legal lawsuit now. I can just decide and you hear from my lawyer. These two principal subjects in this case study now. I will say when it comes to let's say they do manifesto. I am an honorable.
I know.
All right. Back to where we were before we were abruptly interrupted. Thank you. I will say, in this case of talk now, it's a matter of pot calling the kettle black as regards to the judicial order. Because we all know that even the one pointing one finger onto someone and saying, you are not doing like this, should also remember that forefinger is pointing back to you. You understand? So if the federal government is pointing hands now at the NLC and the TUC and saying they are going against court order, they should look at the four fingers that is pointing back to them and ask themselves questions. If they have also violated court orders in the past. You get the angle that I'm coming from. Now, as regards the matter of the federal government telling the TUC or calling them out or dragging them because they are a bid their oka, then now all of them now come and say they want to strike. That is an abuse of power. They said in every statement there is always an atom of truth and there's an atom of... There is truth in what they are saying if they are coming out to protest because their leader was, yes, they have every right. But now if you are saying it's only a repercussion of all the strikes that they have been calling off and calling and calling off and calling and calling off after having several meetings with these same people. Now, two parties coming out to say, this one is saying something different, this one is saying, who are you to be the judge? You get? So this case is, I feel that you just, it's too elephant.
So you feel like saying be abuse of power?
That's why I say there are two sides to a coin.
Which side you want to stay on?
I am an honorable. You cannot decide fast where I stand.
I'm not even a lie.
I don't say what am
I tell you now, abuse of power.
That is why I am an honorable.
You know what? Man, tell you why I call them abuse of power, because Nigeria generally, or matter say for the world generally, you get how even normal secretary within secretary post, as long as you need a favor for that time. And like say na God. Even ordinary eatery, we get small, no be mopo, no be police, so they don't wear uniform for them.
Like
colored one.
boys.
Up and like so because I will pass the baton to you. Because this are the day too.
I am still looking for a partner.
I will find now.
They say behind every successful man.
That pause, but that time when you had Chiwazi talk, Chiwazi tap you like this. Oh yeah, now more see like more.
No, oh my God.
God, side. So
Chiwazi is also in the race.
In the race, okay. So man come back to the present race.
You would say
so now into say naturally for Naija. That's how we forget it out. For Naija, we dey use power as like say tomorrow if you no get am again. We dey use am now. If you go meet secretary now for school, ma, I'm looking for my results. Now like this, you're looking. Shift. I don't know what that. I'm too close, I'm too far. Shift. You say, where do you talk now? First step backward. They will count am for you. You feel even count it, they'll say, oh, we don't know counting. Okay, so you don't count for. Because normally, I feel say this kind matter. No deserve strike. Some not be like say the whole nation get problem. You know understand? So matter day where we say we suppose don't strike for this country. We think away. Fuel matter we no strike. Now the nationwide fuel matter we no strike. Ordinary assault on leader is a strike. Okay, waiting the strike will cost now. Who they suffer am now? 2 elephants they fight. They always talk as now the grass they suffer am. Now that they strike now, you see say plenty people they bust or they fine. Motor yesterday to find.
It does not even look like they are. I feel it's only the TUC and the NLC people that are just murmuring and grumbling amongst themselves. That's what me I will call it. It's all the truth. Because we've had serious issues that they ought to have come out. They will call it and they will go back, call it. Now, how do you expect the people to even believe anything that you are coming to say? That's why we cannot really say for now that it is like this.
Because they don't even get the people at
normally, as a leader, you ought to have tough skin like a crocodile back.
Ew.
And be ready to. You must sometimes go for boxing.
They go get their own vulnerable. They go get their own vulnerable times. So you get them.
Let's take it like this one is one of them. They try to test his skin if it's thick or not. It's not like
but okay. So before we come on this story, I been want to talk 2 things. Leadership role no before baby so. Sometimes when people they enter some shoes, you say, see what they do to me. See, you know, leadership role no be the most likely. No be role where we say person wey want TUC you still feel they laugh with you. You know understand? Now leadership role now role to know whether you don't mature or not. Some things where you can't call strike for. Okay, so if for assault we don't they call strike. Okay, now they can't keep PA. So that means we'll shut the full country down. Where now 5 people what we go they do now? Some leadership pro don't pass say with the strike. Now meeting. Waiting out strategy. Wait, this one don't happen now. How if you come out this one? Now leadership be that too. Leadership no be by strike. Carry cutlass no be leadership be that. Some things no be by that. Exactly. Something no be by force.
We don't go agree era. Say to the carry people, papa and mama enter straight. They constitute news. I know I say they are fighting for a just cause. I agree. But I believe there are other pressing issues that have happened in the past that they ought to have, taking actions like this. Oh yeah, let the people come out in mass and, gone are the days when the people used to believe in NLC and TUC. Now an average Nigeria feels the NLC and TUC is just a bunch of caricature that they don't know what they are doing anymore. It's as true as that. Because we've seen one NLC president before that was a fan's favorite. You understand?
On khaki?
Oh, yes, something like, but not this kind of
stuff. Like this, or different color. You find like this, it takes start too.
No, be
like this, it takes start. Hey! See that block the throat.